Well, hello. I hope this means I'm actually live in YouTube world. I don't know. I've never done Streamyard, so I don't even see. Y'all gonna have to be patient with me because I don't see where. Oh, there we go. I see live viewer comments, but I don't know if this is actually streaming to YouTube. I mean, I don't think this would stream anywhere else, would it? Hope somebody shows up and can help me. Because I don't know anything. I'm just going to be sitting here and playing with this stuff. Oh, I see there's a private chat. Huh. See, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not one to really be able to really learn something until I actually do hands-on and messing with it. So, patience. Excuse me. Excuse me. So they don't show up soon. I'm probably going to end this so I can see if it actually is streaming. Oh, maybe I can use my phone. Let's see if it shows I'm live on YouTube. I don't see anything there. Oops. Well, it actually shows that. Well, okay. Now I gotta sneeze. Oh gosh! Oh. This is why you keep tissue handy. Wow. I'm glad nobody's in here to watch that. See, I don't know. I'm going to jump on here. Yeah, cool. See, I don't know. Does it show? No, it's not showing my banner. Okay, so I'm going to try to work on this banner. I'm going to have to mute myself on. Mute the phone. Yeah, okay, we did go through. Hello, Richmond's Place Homestead. I've never done this before through Streamyard, so I'm kind of playing around and checking it out, trying to make sure I got everything set for the giveaway that I'm going to be having this next week. I just posted a poll, I guess you could say, on my community tab, asking like which would be the best time, 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., or 6 p.m., and that's all Central Time. So I'm hoping for feedback on that because I would like to be able to do the giveaway during a time period that most of the people that I'm connected with and they're connected with me are on there. So that's what my hope is. I'm trying to find out because I was trying to do the banner to show the Pinecone Fest and the dates for it. So I don't know why it didn't do that because I said create one. See, I didn't really see this option of like banners and stuff until after I actually went live. Otherwise, I would have like been doing this stuff not live. In private, look like a fool. Let's see, where was those dates? I should remember this by now. I'm going to double check that on my calendar, though. I don't want to put the wrong thing. Yeah, 13th through 15th. In October. Are y'all going to be able to make it to the Pinecone Fest? I'm trying, that's the banner I'm trying to get it to do. And like I said, I've never done it before, so this is going to take me a minute. I wonder if you have to click that. Huh. I bet I forgot to click that a minute ago. There we go. Let's try this, see if it works. Oh, it shows it's there, but when does it actually start doing it? Hello, the Bud Files. I appreciate you dropping in. I'm sitting here playing around in StreamYard trying to figure out how to do this banner at the bottom. I figured out how to make my background blurry since everything's a mess back there. Hello, Karen Breast. Thank you for stopping in. Y'all make sure on my community tab, I posted a survey for the best time for the giveaway, because it will be one day next week. I haven't set an absolute day yet, but I'm looking for like the best time for the majority of people that'll be on. I want to be able to be there for it to be that time so that, you know, as many people as possible can be there. Hello, Dot Roper. Thank you for coming in. I'm playing around with this, trying to get this banner at the bottom to work. I don't know what I'm doing. Like most things I've done in my life, I didn't know until I jumped in and started doing it and trying. So that's why I always tell everybody I fail at everything, because if you're not failing, you're not trying. And so I'm always trying, but I'm one of those that has to be hands-on. So hello, Brenda. Hey, thank you for dropping in. Freedom Redbird, appreciate it. Do you know anything about StreamYard? Or did somebody set your banner up? I'm trying to get a banner set. Hello, Linda Okie. I see you popped in too. Appreciate y'all coming. Y'all make sure and check out my community tab for the survey for the best time for the giveaway, because it'll be one day this next week. So I'm trying to make sure that as many people as possible is going to be able to jump in there and try to win them something, because there's going to be the mini chainsaw and then the cannon set. I may give away 2 of those. I hadn't 100% decided yet, because I figured what I was going to do is whoever wins it, I'll just order it straight from Amazon and have it shipped to whoever wins it. I figured that would be the easiest thing to do. Hello, Gilliam Farms. Gilliam Farms, I appreciate y'all coming in. Make sure and check out my community tab. Why is it saying it covered y'all stuff up there for a second? Wow. It did Brenda's too. Why is it doing that? It's doing that to all of them. Oh, I see. Oh my gosh, I just figured something out. I blurted out. It was like the first thing I seen that I could do something with. I tried to change it to the brick wall, and I couldn't get it to change. So I was like, I'll just leave it. Linda Okie, I just posted I'm glad I clicked that and it's sitting there. The survey, squirrel. The survey I just posted on my community tab, and it's talking about like between 3, 4, 5, and 6 p.m. Central Times, what would be the best time for everybody. And I'm going to basically, the majority of whichever time gets the most votes would be the time that I'll do it. And then I got to just figure out which day am I going to do. It's going to be towards the end of the week. I can tell you that, because I want to make sure I have all this straight. And because like right now I'm in here by myself, and if I was going to do a giveaway, I don't know how to do it through StreamYard. I could do it through just YouTube because it's set up. I think I have everything set up over there. But I think it would be easier if I could get somebody that would be able to like maybe get on the panel with me and be able to kind of help me keep up with things, that knew something about StreamYard and could kind of like help me through it. So I have no idea how to do any of that. I know I had went into the settings and messed with some stuff, but I wasn't even sure if it was actually streaming to YouTube when it first started. So that's where the survey is, though. It's on my community tab on my channel page. If you just hop over there, and then you can click whichever time you think would be the best time for you. Hello, Oklahoma Grammy, Sandra Medrano. Are you did it I mean, I'm just like so new at this. I'm like, did it notify y'all through YouTube? I guess. Like I said, I've never used Stream. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna like start stuttering. I guess. Uh, anyway, I've never used Streamyard, so this is definitely a learning experience for me. So I like this though. Oh, and Pixie Dust Traveler. Hello. Oh no, this is the Okie Homestead and Expo back in 22. We went the first year that they had it, but we didn't. I'd been sick, and so I didn't make it to the one this year, which they had it in June. But next year they're going to have it in March, and so I hopped on because Linda Okie kind of gave me a heads up about those early bird tickets that they put on sale. And she was good at reminding me about it too, because I'd see her talking to other people about it. So it was like every time she did, like, and so I went ahead and put an alarm on my calendar on my phone. So that helped. So we've already got tickets for up there, but we still got to make a reservation for a hotel room up there. We'll probably try to just get where we were the first year we went, because that was a pretty nice hotel. I hope everybody's staying cool today. We dear husband's birthday was the 24th, and we had initially planned that we were going to load up and go to Texarkana today and go eat at one of his favorite steakhouses. And then about the time we was ready and fixing to walk out the door, I said, I just really don't feel like going to Texarkana. He was like, well, let's don't go then. I said, all right, how about we just ride up to Hochtown, because it's like 15 miles from us is Beaver's Bend State Park. And so we drove up there and went to eat at the Buffalo Grill. If y'all ever go up there, oh man, Buffalo Grill is just awesome. Oh, brisket and pulled pork. And I never in my life liked pork skins until I tried them fresh cooked from them. And it's like, oh yeah, I like pork skins. Who knew? It took me a few years to get there, but anyway, so, and then I went ahead and posted a little short of one section that was kind of off the beaten path. We was kind of just driving around up there looking in the park, because they've made so many changes over the last 10 years. And it's probably been the last 10 or 15 years since we'd really went up there camping and stuff. We did all that when the kids were teenagers. We used to go up there and camp at Broken Bow State Park. And then Lower Mountain Fork River that comes out of the bottom of the lake. So even when it's like 100 degrees outside, that water coming out of the bottom of the lake going down Lower Mountain Fork is like 55 to 60 degrees. It's wonderful whenever it's hot out like it is now. But thank you, Sandra. I didn't know if you'd be able to do that, if I was going to have to set something over on this side for you to be able to share people's links. Oh, on next trip, well, I've went live through the GoPro one time in my front yard, and then I did it from my phone one time down in the little barn, but I don't think I've tried, well, now at what they call it, the Video Creator Conference that Keeping It Dutch and Hidden Heights Farm had last September, and I haven't heard anything about them having another one, but they had a class up there kind of going over that stuff. And I went live up there for a few minutes, but that's the only time I've went live being gone somewhere. Now I can say where I did the short from, I loved the sound of that water, rushing over the rocks. There was no cell phone signal in that spot. I took that short video. My husband had already told me, you see, we don't have any signal right here. I said, it don't matter. So I went down, I just walked, it was maybe 20 feet from where I stopped the truck and walked down and got that little short, and then just waited till we got back home before I uploaded it. But I love that lake. And like I said, they've made so many changes up there over the years. It's become very commercialized, but 30 something years ago when we used to go up there was like one gas station and one little convenience store, and that was pretty much it. So being able to even go down where the boat ramps are at, they've even put bathrooms down there. So it's a nice park. I thought, man, this would be a great place to have a YouTube meetup. But last I heard, that lake, you have to basically make those reservations a year in advance sometimes to get it. But I seen something down there today, and matter of fact, I'm going to post another short about it. I just remembered I did this. They got yurts. I couldn't believe it. It's like the lake is crazy because they've got it set up to basically be able to do it any way you want, between primitive camping and then all the RV spots. And then they have those. They don't have very many yurts. There's only 2 that we saw, and it looks like they're working on another one. And so then there's all the cabins, and some of the older cabins that have been there for years and years. I'm assuming they've upgraded them on the inside, but you can tell they're older cabins. So it's like they're basically, I guess, what you'd say be on the lower end of the pay scale. And then you got the big 3-story cabins up there that you can rent, that like a dozen couples or a dozen different people go in to help pay for it, because it costs you a pretty penny to rent it for a few days. But it's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful up there. But it's, yeah, we get a lot of tourist traffic coming through here because of that. So I keep thinking, how could I use my homestead if I grow enough veggies at some point? Maybe I could like sell them from the road, and same thing with the eggs. I'm trying to get set up. We're fixing to get a new refrigerator, and the old refrigerator is going to be for my storage for eggs when the chickens go to laying again. Is it? See, I just like gray and like more neutral colors than the oaky because of the bees and wasps, basically. I guess they like me too much. I mean, I have like kamikaze bees, they sting you and they die. Well, they don't care. They come after me. And so if I'm wearing the bright, pretty colors, pinks and reds, and even the nice, pretty deep blues and purples, I mean, yeah, it just attracts them even more. So, hello, Tommy LeBeau. I'm guessing that's how you say your last name. Is that a Cajun or a French name? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And speaking of the tornado, I actually thought about, since we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of it, I mean, it's shocking to see right after it happened. Absolutely. But what has shocked me at this point is the fact that there's still like this 1-2-story house just up the highway from us. It took the whole top story off that house. So it just totaled the house. They had to demolish it, and they still haven't rebuilt. I mean, they're just now today, almost a year later, still working on some of the cleanup left from the trees. They did get the log trucks to come in and haul off a bunch, because they was big, nice, huge pine trees. And we have, it used to be called Weyerhaeuser. I think it's still Weyerhaeuser. It's about 20 miles from us. And so we have a lot of logging business goes on around here. So, yeah. And Kaimishi Family Medical Clinic, they've finally got all that cleaned off, and it's like a metal framework on it. And I was seeing on Facebook where they're fixing to start rebuilding it. So that's good, because they're working out of, I think it's out there at E.T. Dunlap, local school out there that's part of Southeastern Oklahoma College or something. But anyway, so they've been working out there and seeing patients out there. So they need their space back. It's shocking that it is almost a year later and everything's not back to normal. I mean, the trees, obviously they're done, but for the homes and stuff, it's just, there's still homes that don't have a roof and just have tarps over them. And I don't know if that's people that didn't have insurance or what the story is, but yeah, it's pretty sad. Hello, Charles from Fallen Arkansas Veterans. I was just going through your Facebook earlier, clicking like and reading some of the stuff. And I thought, I need to come back over here to Charles's Facebook page and get caught up on them posts and stuff. It's so hard trying to keep up with everybody. So I'm just like jumping all over the place. I totally gave up Instagram. I mean, it's been almost a year since I've been on there. And I hate that, because I have like other people that I connected on there, like a couple of kids I've known for a couple of years. They have Instagram, but they don't really get on YouTube that much. But met them because years ago, our grandkids convinced us to play Fortnite. So us and the grandkids would play Fortnite. And then over the last year or two, it's like all the grandkids have pretty much grown up, moved on to other games. And me and dear husband's like, well, I guess we'll just play Fortnite whenever. But this was a couple of kids that we played Fortnite with them for 3 or 4 years now. So we hop on when we can and play with them. And matter of fact, this year's little female goat that we kept, her name Kibbles, is because of one of those young men. So that's where I got his name from. Oh, look, Nightbot showed up. Hot dog. Awesome. And I see he dropped the link. That is awesome too. I don't know how you got him to do that. Devil Dog helped me set this up. Yeah, it's just, it's not even really so much. I mean, they could have made changes on Instagram and I wouldn't even know. Since I haven't been on there in a while, you know, they're always updating stuff on all of this social media stuff. And it's like some of my videos is like 6 to 8 hour long editing time. And so I'm sitting there and I'm going, I don't have time for every social media site out there, you know? And so I thought, well, I forgot my password for Instagram, so I'll just kind of let it go by the wayside. And I don't really get on Facebook a whole lot, which is why I get behind on there even more. I'll tell you what, though, I found out something the other day on Facebook, and I thought, this is awesome that I found this out because I knew our trees were getting eat up by something. So I might have a video coming out on that probably in about a week or so. But y'all, everybody that's jumped in here since I mentioned it, over on my community tab, if you click and go to my channel page and click on the community tab, and then there's a survey for the best time for the giveaway, whether it's 3, 4, 5, or 6 p.m. Central Times. And that way I'll have, like, I want to make sure and try to catch as many people for the giveaway as possible. So the one that gets the most votes is going to be the time I'm going to set. I've decided that if I have to set 10 alarms around my house and shut and lock my doors, I'm going to set a day and time. So I got to set the time first, and then I'm going to set a day, and it's going to be towards the end of next week. So y'all need to help me out. Please, please help me out and give me an idea of what would be a good time. Thank you, Sandra. I sure appreciate you for dropping them links. I don't know how you're doing it. I guess tomorrow, whenever you go live, I'll have to, me being the moderator for you, I'll have to figure out how to drop them links for people. Maybe you can walk me through it or something. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Oh, that is a cool name, Still Sky. Did somebody else jump in here? Oh, yeah, Still Sky. That is a cool name. How did it not click on that? I told it to click on that. I must not have clicked it right. That is a cool name. That's something else too. It's like even on Fortnite, I had noticed it was like some of the names people come up with. I'm like, man, there are a lot of people a whole lot more creative than me because they think up names I would never think of. Here we go. All right. That's cool. What? Sandra, since you're dropping links, can you drop the link for Still Sky? That's just, it's a very interesting name. Yeah, I understand, Pixie Dust Traveler. The phone, the Samsung phones have this deal on them where you can like have a weekly report and it tells you what you've used the most on your phone. It gives you like your top 3. And I was like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And I thought, I need to make sure that every week it shows YouTube more than anything else. So that's what I've been trying to concentrate on, I guess you could say. And I'm not even counting the times I'm actually in here on the PC and on YouTube. So now I got lucky last night and yesterday afternoon, and somebody let me know at 5 o'clock when somebody was going to be going live. And I'm trying to remember if somebody was doing it on Sunday today. No, today's Saturday. I done lost track of days, y'all. Ah. Saturday. See, I don't even know. I've got to get me a schedule wrote up and make sure and put my times down, put my alarm in on my phone because I get distracted so easily. There's usually something that could be done or whatever, and I can only sit still for so long whenever I feel good. So I'm so ready for the weather to cool off so I can get out there and get some stuff done. That's awesome. All right. Now see that there's this like private chat thing over here, which is nothing there. I don't know what this brand thing is. Oh, that's where logo, overlay. See, I still don't have my rolling banner. I don't know what happened with that. I thought I had it set and it's not there. Oh, well, it's there. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. I figured that out. I can't believe it. Geez. Yeah, this is my extent of my technical knowledge is I just play with things to try to figure them out. Hello, Old Man King Homestead. Thank you for dropping in. And I was thinking I seen somebody in there, somebody else too, but I don't see it now. I tell you what, I always wondered sometimes in live stream, I thought, how are they not seeing comments? I can understand now. It's definitely different when you're on the other side. It's like, I feel like I need to be looking at the camera, but it's like you can't look at the camera and look over here at the chat at the same time. I even moved my camera over some, so I'm like more looking in this direction at least. So. All right. Yeah, I don't know what time Devil Dog usually gets on. He was the one that's helped me set this up. So it probably would not have been doing as well as it is if it wouldn't have been for his help. So if y'all don't know about Devil Dog, go check him out too. We all need to connect. Even Mr. Beast says everybody needs a channel. And I tell you, I totally agree with that because we all have had our own life experiences and how we related to what's happened to us and the things that we've all had to overcome things, and so it's awesome to think, to everybody can connect, it's just a matter of us all getting out there and being able to help each other find our people. And speaking of that, oh my gosh, now I don't even remember her channel name. There's another one. I've watched her for a couple of years now. Shame on me. I can't remember her name. That's one of the things that she does is she does shout outs for channels. Maybe I'll remember her name if I keep talking about her. I can picture her. She lives in Arkansas. But I can't think of her name. I hate when that happens. Yeah, I kind of thought so, Sandra. I kind of thought that that's what it was for. That's why I was like, well, we're not talking about anything. We're not like we're secretive over here. Like, I don't really like. I guess you could say I don't really like people that talk bad about other people because once again, we all have our own experiences, and I am no angel by no means. Let me tell you. I'll catch myself sometimes and I'm like, stop that. It's not good. So, and it just makes you feel bad inside, it's like try to stay positive, and it makes you feel better, or it does me. So I like to try to stay positive as much as possible. So. All right. I'm glad you shared his link up there. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, wow. That's Tommy LeBeau. You've got to, man. You've got to do it. You got to do it. That's so fun. I have one of those. And the first time I had one was when I was a kid. So that's been a long time ago. And I tried it and I never could get the hang of it. And so me and our oldest grandson was playing around a couple years ago and we were just messing around, and I ordered that, and I ordered some little other pipe thing. Oh, and I can't even remember what they're called. It's one that they do. It's not a bagpipe. It's a little pipe that is it Celtic music or Scottish? I don't remember which. But yeah, those are very interesting. And the jaw harp, I was afraid I was going to break a tooth. So that would be pretty cool. I would definitely watch that because I just love somebody can really play on one. It's just, I think the sound is just so cool. Yes, thank you, Sandra. Definitely. We've definitely got to do that. That's why I was like, tomorrow maybe is like, because it'll be on like the other side of it. And so I'll be able to see a little bit from that end of it too. So that's going to be very helpful. Hello, Stanley Orchard. I appreciate you stopping in. You see, I got the Pine Coda Fest info hanging, going across the bottom. It took me a little while to figure out how to do that. Oh. Been catching any good fish lately? If you have a chance, just holler at us. Let us know. Oh, David, tonight at 8. Okay. See, I was trying to remember. I just got to write it down. I just can't. Somebody was talking about Gen Xers and how we used to all store all the phone numbers and addresses in our head because we didn't have these nifty little gadgets called a phone. And yeah. I don't have trouble remembering stuff anymore like that. So that's cool. Steel Sky, you can go ahead and tell his channel name if you want to. A lot of us, or it seems like a lot of the people that are kind of like, almost have like this core group, but there's like mostly the homestead and farming stuff. But then it's like, because I'm outdoor type, it's like the hunting and the fishing and gardening. And I don't even want to talk about my garden right now. I think I said that already once. But yeah, burn up and eat up. It's about the only way to call it at this point. But just being outside and doing things and building stuff, it's like, whew, just so much. And so it's like it just grows, and and crafting and the crochet, the crochet stuff, the quilting stuff, which I don't quilt. I never have, but I do crochet. But I'm not really what you'd call good enough. I don't feel like to like sit there and crochet and be able to explain what I'm doing to anybody else, because half the time I still don't know what I'm doing. So, oh yeah, yeah, Tommy LeBeau. That's why I was like, yeah, you got to do a channel, because I would love to be able to hear what you can play. It's like there's really not, it doesn't seem like the times that I actually was like looking around. That's been a couple years, but looking around on YouTube and looking for that kind of music. Like I said, it was a couple years ago we got those, and so we were going to play around. And so I was looking, and there was a couple guys that were pretty good, but there didn't really seem to be a whole lot of people out there doing that. And that's actually one of the best kind of things that you can kind of jump into. A lot of people I would think would be more, I know we watch a lot of YouTube on our TV. And then like if something happens in a video or whatever, and I'll go back in on my phone or in here on the computer and I'll leave a comment. It's just more comfortable to watch TV on the big screen in there sitting in the recliner. But yeah, that music, I love that music. Of course, I love all kinds of music from classical to, I wouldn't say heavy, what they call that? Yeah, heavy rock, heavy metal. Yeah, I'm not too super into that, but there are a couple songs out there that are from that genre that I like. So, hello, Joe Hutt. I don't think I've ever seen you before. I appreciate you stopping in. We're trying to decide what would be the best time for the giveaway. So make sure and jump over to the community tab and give me your opinion on what would be the best time. And in a day or two from now, I may post what would be the better day. I just get y'all to help me do this because, like I said, I need all the help I can get. You would think after 2 years on YouTube that I would have all this stuff down pat. Well, honestly, I had other channels years ago but time and everything. And so I totally just kind of forgot about them for a while, for years. And I tell you what, if you're recording and if you're even thinking about quitting or giving up, don't do it. Don't do it. Keep going. Keep going. I mean, I kind of get in this mindset where I'm kind of confused about what should I record? How should I edit it? What people would even want to watch. And then I'm like, if you're looking at your analytics, which they say to do, then I'm like, but if I'm doing this for fun and an income off of it would be awesome. Anything that did come from it would either be given back in like giveaway type stuff, or it's going to go to the farm to the critters. So, if I was to get lucky enough to get big, I could see being able to do a lot of stuff at the farm. That'd be great. But what's even better is like when you sit and you watch, and I haven't even watched many of his videos, but Mr. Beast videos, and like a company's like, oh, we're going to give you $10,000 for whatever reason. And he goes, oh, okay. And he takes it and he turns around and gives that 10 grand to somebody else, And so to be able to do something like that, that's got to make him feel good. And part of that Pixie Dust Traveler is because those updates that they do. I mean, my computer has Windows 11 on it. And so even Windows Photos had to be different because of Windows 11. So that took me some figuring out to do in order to be able to even put my videos on there in order to try to edit them. And I was just using the edit program on the Microsoft that it's on the computer. And then I seen they come out with that Clip Champ. And so I was playing around with it some, and I thought, I really like this. So I went ahead and paid for a year for it. So that's what I've been using lately. The GoPro Quick app, it's great and everything. It was even better over a year ago. But those updates, those pesky updates they do on stuff, since they did that quick app is so hard to edit with for long form video, because they want people that are just doing like shorts or reels, just short form videos that's only like 30 seconds or a minute. That's all they want that app to be used for. So it's pretty disappointing, but there are other options out there besides that, which is what I went with. And I'm happy about that. Did you really? Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, give a car away. Yeah. Isn't that? Yes. And not even have cameras running to do it. Exactly. It's like even a donation to anybody, or anything. It's like I kind of like to off to the side and kind of like slip it to them, because it's like I don't really want a big what they call hoorah or whatever around. Oh, you did this or did that. It's like, no. But they say he's an introvert. I've heard that, and I've heard a lot of YouTubers are actually introverts. I think it was Nick Nimmin that said that, wasn't it, Stanley? I know you're over there too. And I can believe that, because it's like there's a different side of you that can come out. I almost feel like it's a side of me that I've been waiting to let out. And so that's the side that I'm like putting out there, because like I said, I try to stay positive about things. I've been in some pretty bad situations in my life by my own fault. And so I guess appreciating the way things are and just kind of moving forward and trying to stay positive about it and not try to dwell on the past is really, in my opinion, the best thing that anybody could do. You was talking about it on TV? Did Linda Oki, was you talking about on? I may have missed something. Now, no, Stanley, didn't you say you're going to the Vid Summit in Dallas that first weekend in October? Okay. All right. I'm going to put this up here so people can see this as the harp a lot, just so folks know. Okay. But you can, I don't know what your channel is about. If you're just doing something totally different, if it's anything that might be related somewhat to playing that music, you maybe could just do it and make it as a playlist. Playlists are very handy, and from what I've heard from people like Nick Nimmons is that it helps YouTube kind of figure out when people like to watch a certain thing. Like I like watching things be built, and it gives me ideas. Oh my gosh. But anyway, so it's very, he said, putting it in playlists, it's like on my channel, I have it like the horses, and then there's one for like the chickens and turkeys, and then there's one that's like work around the farm. So anybody that's like just kind of likes to watch, people working around their farm, don't necessarily want to watch everything chicken, and so it's easier if they hit your channel and they're looking at your stuff. If you look at like just one huge master list, some of them are overwhelming because there's a lot of videos that they have. And so putting them into playlists, you could do, like if you was just a cooking channel, you could do, if you was doing like some low carb recipes, you could do cookie recipes, cake, you could split it up however you wanted. So if somebody's just looking for a particular recipe, they can hop right on there and see it, I mean, that's what I've heard. And it's from people that have done really well with YouTube. So I kind of listen. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. Yes, I was thinking I had seen you said that over there, Stanley, about Vid Summit. Yeah. Yeah, it's killing me because it's like, Dallas, that's like 3-hour drive from us. That's not very far. So, yeah, it's... Oh, what did I miss? There's a big milestone. I missed somebody's milestone. Yeah, I don't know if Steel Sky, if you're just talking about advertising, like trying to put your channel out there. That's one of the things that I was discussing with my husband about those analytics, because it's like, am I going to do this in a way that the analytics are trying to tell me to do it? Because then it becomes more of a job, and it's like, I have a job already. This is fun. I mean, I wish that I had realized years ago about the community that's out here. I mean, seriously. It would have been nice if I had met a lot of you people way back then, for sure. Harp a lot. Hello. I didn't see you sneak in. You slid in through the back door, didn't you? Oh. Oh, look at that. Yeah. There you go. That's the way to do it. Do you have stuff already on there? I can't remember if you said that there was already a couple videos. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to write that down so I don't. One of my 50 million little yellow sticky notes over here. Yeah, I was just thinking, I wonder if it was sitting. I had it sitting in a mug back here on the shelf, but I may have moved it. I was like, oh, yeah, I could just see everybody wanting to watch me sit here and try to play one of those mouth harps, whatever they call them. But I love the way that they sound. And was it whenever somebody knows how to do those spoons too, and they get together and be able to do stuff? Yeah, it's neat. I still miss the... Oh, Anita. Thank you. Okay. All right. I guess that's what he was talking about with the milestone, because I'm not seeing anything else. I mean, I'm trying to think. Yeah, using the different tabs to be able to go back and forth and add stuff. Excuse me a second. Okay. It's 4:30. Oh, well, hello, Raquel at Cottonwood Ranch. I appreciate you coming in. I don't know how you did this walking around out in your pasture with your phone, because every time I'm outside trying to do anything on my phone, I'm blind. It's like too bright out there. Yeah. Kickaboo Crafty Cat. My dad didn't play it, but he was sure encouraging me to do it, and I never could get the hang of that thing. You would think that he wouldn't have wanted me to do it because he'd been afraid to be paying a dental bill. No, Linda Okie, I've never heard of Cole the Corn Star. That's a funny name. See what I mean about people with their names? That's funny. I don't know. See, it would be rude of me to open up another tab and try to jump over and figure out who might be going live. I don't remember. So if anybody knows, just throw a thing in the chat, and then that way, because I don't want to overlap into somebody else's time. I mean, I know there's some that it's like they're going live at the same time, and I'm actually trying to avoid that as much as possible. I actually thought, well, maybe at some point, maybe doing some live streams during the daytime, but I don't really, I guess, sit down that long during the day, early morning, earlier in the day. Yeah, I kind of figured from the name that that's what he was doing. It's just funny how he did that. Yay, the Oklahoma Grammy. Yay. Right on, Anita. You got that right. She is sweet. We've actually met in person. Kind of like me and you. We've met in person. Make sure you hit that the poll over there in the community tab on my channel, so that way y'all can tell me the best time. I'm going to let it run probably today's Saturday. Probably by Sunday night, I'll be deciding based on the amount of input that I get on that. Once I get off of here, I plan on trying to share that post over on Facebook. I know I'm not connected with a lot of people on Facebook through YouTube, but I do have some people like horse buddies through the years that I have on Facebook. So we'll see. Yeah, Harp. Yeah, it does take time to figure it out. It definitely takes time to figure it out. Because like even the banner going across the bottom, and see, I haven't even with Streamyard, I could actually somehow or another, I don't know how, but somehow or another, you can post like the link for Streamyard, and you can actually have people come up. I don't even know how to do any of that. So I am planning on learning to do that. And my fastest way, I think, to learn to do that is going to be to hop in whenever people are doing that. And they're just kind of hanging out, not really concentrating on one topic of conversation, and start asking questions. Hello, our treasured home. I appreciate you jumping in. I'm just kind of playing around with StreamYard because I've never messed with this thing before. I'm glad I could blur out my messy background back here though. Plus the light from that. Oh, look, that's cool. You can see where my finger's at. This is fun. The bright light from the tent that the chicks are in. Oh, awesome, Cottonwood. Thank you. Wow. Yeah. See, I wouldn't even know. It's like, just read. Yeah, that's it. And that's why I'm doing this, is so I can play around. Hey, you don't happen to know how do you do the the spin wheel thing for like the giveaway. Because I was taught whenever I was talking to Devil Dog about it. I guess I need to get back with him on it too. Because it's kind of hard to converse like this. Well, now there's a thought. You'd have thought that I would have thought about that, wouldn't you? Copy and paste. Yep. I know how to do that. Oh, Iowa, yeah, that's one of the states that produces quite a bit of corn, if I recall right, Linda Okie, for sure. Oh, yeah, 100. Oh, Charles, yeah, that's worse than us right now. That is worse than us. Well, well, maybe not. I haven't checked it. It's saying it's 103. I don't know if it's going to let you see it. It's trying to blur it out. It flashed there for a second and let you see it. 103. Too hot. That's why when we went up to the lake and we went and ate and we just kind of drove through part of the park and we went ahead and just come home. Because I was like, I thought maybe if we get up there and maybe I didn't feel too hot when I stepped out of the truck, we might pull the fishing pole out, but no. I was like, no. But I did find the new spot, that short that I did. That was a spot I had never been down there before. Or if I had, it must have been years and years ago. You would think I would know that lake like the back of my hand, but no. It's been too long since I've been down there and they've changed too much. The Choctaw Nation is building a huge motel and casino down there right outside Beavers Bend State Park. It's going to be big. I'm going to get down there when the weather cools off and get some more video because I love it down there. But when the kids got grown up and then we were so busy here on the farm and me and husband both for quite a few years there, we worked like 3 jobs besides the farm. And so things kind of got out of hand at times. And now it's like since I had been diagnosed, I guess, about 12 years ago with RA and psoriatic arthritis and Sjogren's and Graves'. And so I was sick for several years. It was like it took everything I had just to go to work. And I worked at a hospital and worked 12-hour shifts, and it was an hour from home. So 14 hours. And there towards the end, it got to where I'd leave work, feel like I was wide awake. I'd get 15 miles down the road, have to pull over and catnap. And then I'd wake up and go another 15 miles and catnap. And it got to where it's like I had to do that all the time. So, and then when I hurt my back, I was like, can't do anything. So, Quapaw, yeah. Well, I haven't even heard anything about that tribe in forever. Are you Quapaw, Linda Okie? Or are you, which tribe are you? I was thinking, yeah. For some reason, I'm thinking you're Indian. I don't even know what's politically correct anymore. So please, no offense. None meant by no means. Hello, Andale. I just now spotted you. Look at you. I just now spotted you. I tell you what, though, I am not complaining one bit about the Choctaws at all. They do a lot for the area. They helped rebuild the firehouse in town in Idabel. Oh, I guess maybe 10 years ago or so. So I don't know. I lose track of time. It's hard not to sometimes. But yeah, so they helped build the firehouse, and like there's stretches of road that they pay to maintain them and stuff like that. So yeah, they are. I mean, in my opinion, Oklahoma was wise to let us all mix from the very get-go. From my understanding, it was like they just, I guess you could say, kind of, and the Choctaws being the way they are, were just very welcoming, I guess you could say. And so everybody just working together. I mean, that's what it's all supposed to be about anyway, is everybody just working together. Things sure work out a lot better when it's everybody working together, I can tell you that. Okay, when you're live, click on a person's link in a box. Pops up. Oh, I didn't even. Oh, I hadn't even looked at those links. Ooh, that says put user in timeout or ban the user and delete their comments. No. Oh my goodness, Kettle Kitchen. Hello. Oh my gosh. I hope y'all are doing good. You usually kind of on late for me. I'm a lightweight. Usually by 8, 9 o'clock, I'm ready to take a bath and go to bed. Wow. Make sure that you check out my community tab and choose a time. I'm taking input from everybody. What would be the best time of day for the giveaway? It's all Central Time, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. What would be the best time to go? And then probably by Sunday night or Monday morning, I'm going to like set a day towards the end of the week, and I'll take some input on that too. I watch everybody go, oh, the very first day, that's the first option. That might not work. I might just set a day. Like I was telling them earlier, I get so absent-minded and distracted by stuff, most especially when I'm feeling better, because I'll just like run from one end of the house to the other doing stuff. And sometimes I forget what I'm doing because I'll see something else that needs to be done. So I'll work on that. I've cleaned off the carport. We got a guy to come in and frame it out. So as soon as this weather cools, we're going to start closing it in. So our carport's going to go from being a carport to actually being a garage. So we're going to have a refrigerator out there for the fresh eggs and any extra vegetables and stuff that I grow next year. And then that way, whenever somebody needs to come pick some up, they know right where to go to get them. I mean, that's kind of the way everybody was doing before, except everything was just sitting out. We had like this big bar in my kitchen. And that's like my favorite place to prep stuff when I'm cooking, you know, and having to like mix stuff because my big mixer's right there and everything. And so having that all cluttered up with egg cartons, because I don't wash the eggs. And so they sit there, and then different vegetables and stuff sitting there. And then like as the kids or somebody else will come over, it's like if they spot something, it's like, go ahead. So it works out handy like that. And then selling the eggs. I miss the money from selling eggs. I'll tell you that. The birds are still eating, but they're also producing for me chicks. So I can't beat that. I have another video coming out tomorrow. I believe I have it set for 11 a.m. To release. And yeah, kind of explains why you're hearing chicks in the background. All right. Well, I know I'm fixing to come up on, it says like it's 4:45. It says I've been live almost an hour, y'all. It doesn't feel like an hour. I really enjoy. Oh my gosh, I can't go now. Broken Hearts Ministry has showed up. Hello. And Okie Grower 75 has showed up. I don't know what you're growing, but I'm growing chicks. No, the baby goats are not babies anymore. Matter of fact, because of how long I felt so bad, Charles, honestly, I was sick at the Mid-America meetup. That's why I bailed out of there the way I did Sunday morning. And what was even worse, the Graves' disease had been acting up. And whenever it does that, it causes my blood sugar to causes issues. And my sugar bottomed out. And I sat there next to my husband that Sunday morning at the meetup, and God bless Tiny Tim Posey, because he come over there and he seen what was happening, and he didn't freak out. He didn't draw attention to it, because that was absolutely the last thing I wanted, was to have attention drawn to that. So I was pretty sick by the end of that. So I've been trying to play catch up and trying to figure out how I'm going to catch up even on doing video stuff. If I'm editing 6 and 8 hours for a video, wow, you know, that takes time. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, not sure how I'm going to do it going into fall when I'm doing more stuff outside. I might, if I have something I'm working on, I might live stream while I'm doing that or something. That way I can be like forced to sit and take a break and chit chat with everybody for a little bit and not push myself so hard. I'm getting old. I got to take care of myself a little bit better. So, oh my goodness. And I bring it every day is here. Yes, I seen you was walking around one of the flea shops doing a live the other day. Well, it may have been about a week ago now. And I was like, oh man, I'm going to jump on there. And I set my phone down. I was like, I'm going to go. I think I went to the restroom and I come back and I got distracted and started doing something else. That's why I'm like, I've got to set alarms on my phone. I love it. If y'all like going to flea markets and walking around and checking stuff out, y'all go check out I Bring It Every Day, because I don't do that much. And so just being able to see somebody else do it is kind of cool. It's almost like you get to kind of reminisce over some stuff, because a lot of the stuff at those flea markets and thrift shops can be older items. And so it's interesting, like the Corningware stuff. My goodness, I wish I had a whole set of that stuff. And most people, if they find it anymore, it costs you a fortune, almost like the older version of the Corel, which I can understand why, because I have the newer version of Corel in several different patterns. I should say, pieces of sets, because they break a lot easier than that original Corel. I can tell you that. Yes, yes. Everybody connect on here. For sure. Yeah. All right. Yes. I need to make somebody else. I wouldn't even know how to do this. Let's see. We don't want to do that. I'll have to figure out how to. I mean, you would think you could. Sandra, do you know, can you make moderators while you're in StreamYard in a broadcast? I don't know if that's possible. It's like I'm looking around. I see not very much stuff, really. So I'm over an hour now, and this is like the free version of StreamYard. The next time I go live, possibly tomorrow, I'll probably just do it through YouTube again, and hopefully I'll know some more information by then on how to do the game spin thing here on StreamYard, because I was hoping to use it. Either that or I'll maybe find somebody that knows how to do all that can help me with it too. Oh, Linda Okie, I didn't even know that there was such a thing. Oklahoma YouTube Facebook group. What? Oh my gosh. Yes, I agree with that, Okie Grower, for sure. I don't even know where Spavinaw is. Huh. Yeah, I used to get, when I still had insurance, was seeing my rheumatologist. I was just buying, which I was still working at that time, and I was buying the CBD drops through him just in case. And I tell you what, CBD, oh my goodness. I bought this cream, and because of the arthritis, I have carpal tunnel and just arthritis everywhere. And that CBD cream, I went in, to the shop, see what was going on and stuff. And I was like, that's supposed to be good for pain. And she said, yeah. She said, there's a sample. If you want to try some, rub it on wherever you're hurting. And my wrists were really bothering me that day. And so I rubbed some on one wrist, because I thought I don't want it to be psychological, I guess. I was trying to avoid my brain trying to say, yeah, it worked. So I just did one hand, and we stood there and chit-chatted with her and stuff, talking about what she was doing for probably 15 minutes. And then I noticed my right wrist wasn't hurting anymore. And I was like, I need some of that cream. So yeah, it sold me hook, line, and sinker for sure. See, that's kind of what I thought, Andell. I kind of thought it might be on the YouTube side of it. Yeah, so I think that's if I go live tomorrow, which I plan to, I was kind of trying to test out different times, and this is how terrible I am. I was going to try to go live at 3, because yesterday it was about 4 and I went from like 4 to 5. And so I thought, well, if I do it about 3, I could go 3 to 4. And it took me 30 minutes to get situated in here and settle down to do it. Oh, yeah, that would me too. Kickapoo Crafty Cat. That would me too. Yeah. They tell you they must not have realized what they had, or maybe they did. I don't know. But yeah, I can relate to that. Oh, and then got some cabinets. I have to go check that out. Okay, thank you, Sandra. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're going to have to figure out a time to FaceTime or something. We need to talk more about the Pinecone Fest too, because I was telling Robert about your plan to just drive through the way, I was like, if you need a place to lay your head on Friday evening coming in or Saturday evening before you head out, you can just come to our house. I mean, we're like right about an hour from where it's at. And you're familiar with the road from Fort Townsend going home, I believe you said. And we're like 30 minutes from Fort Townsend. It's like you just hop on 70 and head to Fort Townsend and then go from there, since that would be a familiar route for you. So, oh, definitely, Anita. I totally agree about that. I mean, I'm like shameful and neglected. I neglected my cast iron for a couple of years. It sat in my cabinet and was rusty. And I was like, I'm going to get them out. I tell you what it was. I felt like I didn't have time to mess with them when I was working. And so the extra weight of them too. And so I was like, I'm just going to put them down in the cabinet and just not mess with them. And then whenever I hurt my back, once I got to where I could actually get up and try to do things, then I figured, well, the least I could do for dear husband is cook a meal, clean some dishes up. And so I started trying to do little by little. And that's how I gained my strength back, is just little by little. And so I knew over time that Mother Nature would heal it to a point that hopefully it would be a point that I could tolerate. And so far, so good. So I dug them out. And matter of fact, I think I even did a video of the process, but I did it on my old Canon camera. And the file size was huge. And I had no idea how to compress it down. And so I just gave up on it and was like, I'm not even gonna mess with it. So yeah, I've been using the cast iron again ever since then. It's kind of like my canner. I've had the same canner, oh gosh, over 30 years, I know. I've replaced the seal on it a couple times and it's never given me any problems. But it set up, and now this is the last time I replaced the seal on it was when I first started using it again, because it set up in the cabinet for quite a few years. And there again, because even when we had the house in town, we tried to have a garden and it was just horrible. But that's when I was like, I'm going to pull it out and try to can some more, and then didn't really have time to mess with it so much. And so I just kind of put it back up again. So whenever I dug it back out, just for safety's sake, I went ahead and had bought a new seal for it and put on it, and haven't had a problem with it. Oh, yeah, I understand that totally, Andell. I know. I was lucky during the time that I had insurance, because they had tried me on Enbrel and Humira. And the last one I was on was Orencia. And instead of changing me off that and onto something else, they said, well, we'll add methotrexate. So I was taking all this medication, from painkillers to the steroids to the biologics to the DMARDs like Plaquenil. I mean, I was taking everything and still having problems. And So he started talking about doing infusions. Well, the rheumatologist is a 3-hour drive away on a rough road. And I was like, there is no way I'm going to make a trip once a month on that road to go get an infusion. He's going to have to figure something else out. And then it was before my next visit when I hurt my back just cleaning our toilet, and I couldn't hardly walk. And so I was stuck basically sitting in a chair or laying in the bed for 3 or 4 months. I mean, that was the absolute worst of it. Doctor's visits and stuff. And by the time they could have done anything, my insurance had lapsed, you know. And so it was like, I got the MRI done that showed the spinal stenosis. So it was like, that eased my mind, because it was like, as long as I know what it is, then I can kind of deal with it, you know, just kind of learn to work around it. The biggest thing, though, is trying to stay out of as much stress as possible. And that kind of goes back to the positivity, you know, and trying to stay positive about things, because stress wreaks so much havoc on your body. I think one of the best things that happened to my body is the fact that it made me have to quit work. So now that I've been able to gain strength back and be able to do things again, I still have to be very careful about it. And that's hard for somebody that is used to unloading a 50-pound sack of feed, throwing it over their shoulder, and, you know, sack after sack, and unloading hay and doing stuff with the horses. Taking care of horses is very physical, especially if you do it to the extent that I was doing it, because we were showing painting horses for a little while, and it just got to where I can't do it anymore. I mean, at this point, with the arthritis in my shoulders, you know, I can't even do a pull chain chainsaw. I sure can't take a 40-pound saddle and put it up over the horse's back. Now, I throw my back out trying to do that, because you got to do it just right so it doesn't like kerplop down on the horse. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Sooner Jade Travels. I appreciate that. Oh, that's awesome. Yay. As soon as I get it and have your address, I will send you some back for sure. Weekend after next, Linda Okie. Oh, you're talking to Okie Grower 75, I think. Yeah, Oklahoma's biggest arts festival in Spavinaw. I have no idea where Spavinaw is. Is that like north of Oklahoma City? You'll have to let us know. Yeah, I agree with that, Charles, for sure. Give something like that, and then somebody just, nah, you know. Oh, north of Pryor. Wow, that's up there then. Wow, because Pryor's pretty north. Because it's like not very far from Pryor to Joplin, I don't think. Huh. Yes, it does, Andell, 100%. Stress does. Yeah. Yeah. And when you have any kind of chronic issue, the less stress you have to deal with, the better off you are. And I think my back making me have to quit working was one of the best things it did for itself. I mean, I loved my job. I was a respiratory therapist. I loved my job. But at like I said, those last few years, it just got so hard. I mean, you know, it's like to listen to somebody's lungs and have to lean over the bed to do it. You know, it just, there's no way I couldn't do it now, even with my back being better than what it was. So, yeah. And that's, yeah. We have to kind of quit after a while, I think. I thought I could just keep doing that kind of stuff forever. Kick a big crafty cat. I was supposed to be able to keep doing it. I was like, yeah, you know, it's like, you know, it's bad when it just carrying like I used to always carry around these water bottles filled up with water. And they weigh it probably holds, I wouldn't say a half gallon, maybe a quart of water. So you're talking less than 2 pounds. When it hurts in your back to carry that, that's when you like, no, you better not dare do anything else. Oh, yes, yes. Is it? Yes, Andell. I knew there was somebody. All right, y'all, I'll go hop over there. Lazy days ahead. Sandra, if you could drop that link. Thank you. Thank you. See, I knew it was somebody, and I just could not remember. Why is my alarm not going off? I know I had my alarm set for that. Y'all hop over there. Lazy days ahead with Jesse and Lisa. I don't know how to drop the link. Did Sandra already leave? I'm sorry, y'all. I was hoping she would be still here or still be here. Oh yeah, Charles. Yeah. But then there's some people that they're still able to do it even when they're older. Genetics plays a big part. I can tell you that. I sure will, Andell. Oh, that's my link. No, I meant Jesse and Lisa's. Oh no. I don't know how to I think let me jump over here to this tab real quick. Maybe I can do it. I think y'all can still hear me. I don't know if you can still see me, but I'm trying to see. There they are. Close that real quick and get the link. I hope this works. Please tell me that works for y'all. Hello, Beth Cornett. Oh, I guess I could switch back over where I can actually see. Oh, yeah. I think that, some of these younger generations that go off and take these trips all the time and vacations on all this stuff. And I think, man, they need to be like kind of not going places so much, And then I think, well, number one, who am I to say that? And number two, they need to get out there and enjoy it while they can. So more power to them. Yes, thank you, Charles. That's what I'm going to do. Did my link work? I posted a link in there, I thought, so y'all could, I don't know if y'all was able to click on it and be able to jump over there. Yes, she sure does harp a lot. She's got a beautiful garden. Beautiful garden. And Dell knows how to grow some food. That's the land of plenty. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you. Yes, y'all, Sandra just threw the link. So y'all jump on there real quick, and I'm going to jump off so I can jump over there to see Jesse and them. Y'all have a good one, and thank you for coming in.